Here we are again. Here we are again after another year. Another year of nonsense, really, from EA Sports. And, well, before I start, you might notice a big fucking pimple on my nose. Yeah, I know. It's big, red, I know. It's a bite. It's a bite. Alright? So, don't get any ideas. I'm not some sort of wicked witch of the West. But, anyway. Yeah, so obviously, as you may have noticed in quite a few months, really, FIFA 22 is by far one of the worst games to ever be created, really. Let's be honest. I mean, I've played it since launch. I even played the closed beta when that was released back in July, was it? Or August time? And, yeah, it's not been great. It's really not been great in a lot of ways, and I think to cap it all off, you know how bad it is when FIFA, the brand overall, they've split their partnership from EA Sports and looking to explore new opportunities and new developers. So you could see games like, not games, but people like 2K Sports or anybody else that does games really in sports will might take the whole deal, because FIFA wanted $1 billion from EA Sports, which just goes to show it's just money, it's greed, it's corporate. So there you go. But yeah, it's the gameplay is one thing, that's for sure, and then the focus on FIFA points and pay to win is it's worse than last year. I mean, now you know why governments around the whole world are trying to ban gambling in gaming overall, and that's how bad it is. I mean, again, it just goes to show. It goes to show. It just goes to show, isn't it? Because obviously it's embarrassing, because this is a gaming series that's gone on now for over 25 years, and it's got to a point where it started off with promise, and it started off with, appreciating your fans and appreciating your people who have been buying a game year in year out on an annual release. It's gone from that to running down game modes and pretty much running them dry, like career mode and pro clubs, leaving them to dust. And then you see a massive focus on esports and other modes online, and having to, give kids the idea to use the parents' credit card to buy players and stuff like that. That's why, and also now you know why I haven't bought FIFA points in over 2 or 3 years. I just don't bother with it. I don't. I play career mode and that's it. That's pretty much. I mean, yes, I do play FUT every now and then, but my most focus on FIFA is career mode. That's my main aim, and it's been like that for, well, forever really, because obviously that's where it's gone to. But the gameplay is just another thing as well, because you look at how poor the AI are, and the amount of overpowered mechanics that aren't even actual features in the game. They are more powerful and more useful than actual mechanics made by EA themselves. For example, you look at, years ago where they used the skill La Coqueta, right? Yes, okay, the skills as a feature, but it's not, because it wasn't the main feature headlined by EA at that year, which, again, it just goes to show. Then you had El Tornado back in FIFA 18. Then you had the fake shot cutback skill a few years ago, or the bridge dribbles skill, or whatever it was. So many factors and so many gameplay issues that have been left untouched, and it's got to a point where I think FIFA could be at its end. And if I'm honest, if things don't work out the way they should in the next couple of years, FIFA could be dead. I mean, like, the whole series, it could be discontinued at this rate. It's appalling about how bad it is, and it is. I think it's best, and I think it's a good idea what FIFA have done by splitting their partnership with EA, because EA have only been there for money. Look at Madden, for example. Look at in the past where they used to make games for rugby. That stopped because of poor gameplay. They were doing NHL. That stopped, if I'm honest. Well, it was meant to stop, but they've obviously brought in the Frostbite engine into the game now, so it's now kind of brought back to life, but it's still nowhere near where it should be. And it's that is one example of how poor it is. And now, finally, they've made their decision to split the partnership. That's what's best to do, but it just goes to show FIFA 22 is the worst game of all time. It just is. It's the worst game I've ever played. it's worse than 21, it's worse than 20 and 19 put together. That's how low I rate it. If I had to give it a rating out of 10, I'd give it a 1 or a 2, and those only 2 points out of 10 are the only features I like about this year from career mode. You know, Creator Club and the whole player career revamp. Apart from that, nothing else is good about the game at all. The gameplay is poor, foot is poor, and overall potential wasted again. And what else is there to say, really, apart from that? You know, you're seeing also pro players leaving the scene as well. You know, a lot of pro players have left esports and they've gone on to do their own, you know, separate thing, I guess. And that will continue only even further if it carries on, which it probably will, who knows? Probably will. But anyway, I think it's time to end it now, isn't it? Yeah, it's gone on too long. But anyway, if you like the video, leave it a like. Comment down below about what you think about FIFA overall. I mean, yeah, it's poor, but leave your thoughts down below and give me your opinion, and I'll, you know, have a chat with you. And yeah, so leave a like, subscribe, and turn notifications for future videos, which you'll see much more in the future. And yeah, I think we'll end it there. So have a good day. Adios. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you slap the like button, turn on notifications, subscribe, and follow me on social media. Links are all down below. Adios.